Today's notes, we're going to be working with word problems that involve geometric shapes, rectangles, triangles. Um, so when we're working with these problems, we'll want to first draw a diagram so that we can envision what we're working with. Some facts you want to know: perimeter, remember, equals the sum of all the sides, so add up all of the side lengths. Uh, for a triangle, all the angles always add up to a measure of 180. And the word dimensions here, you'll see a lot of times a problem will request the dimensions of a rectangle, and that is asking for its length and width. All right, so let's start off with example 1. A rectangle is 3 feet longer than it's wide. Find the dimensions of the rectangle if its perimeter is 98 feet. So let's first draw a picture of that rectangle. So here we have a rectangle. It's 3 feet longer than it's wide, so we can say that its width, we'll let it be equal to x, and the length is going to be 3 feet more, so it's going to be x plus 3. So we'll give some variable descriptions to that. Then we know that the perimeter is 98. So if the perimeter is 98, the perimeter is represented by the sum of those 4 sides. So that's going to be the quantity x plus 3 plus x plus x plus 3 plus x is going to be equal to 98. So the perimeter is 98. Simplify that left side to 1, 2, 3, 4 x's plus 6 is equal to 98. Subtract 6 from both sides, so I get 4x is equal to 92. And x is going to be equal to 92 divided by 4, so that's going to be 23. So if x is 23, the length, which is x plus 3, is equal to 23 plus 3, which is 26. So we could say that the dimensions then are going to be 23 feet by 26 feet. On the next page, we've got example 2. The length of a rectangle is twice its width. The perimeter is 84 centimeters more than the width. Find its dimensions. All right, so let's sketch our rectangle. So we know that the width then is going to, we call the width x. So we'll let that represent the width. And then the length's twice that, so it's going to be 2x. So the length is going to be 2x. All right, so our equation, the perimeter is 84 centimeters more than the width. So the perimeter is 84 plus whatever the width is. So perimeter, the sum of all the sides would be 2x plus x plus 2x plus x, and that's going to be equal to 84 plus the width, and the width is represented by the variable x. Combine our x's, we got 3x plus 3x, that's 6x, is equal to 84 plus x. Subtract x from both sides, we get 5x is equal to 84. Divide by 5, so x is going to be equal to 84 divided by 5. So in our calculators, we can come up with it. That divides out to be 16 8/10. So if the width is 16 8/10, the length is going to be equal to 2 times x. So 2 times 16.8, which is equal to 30 3/16. So this rectangle has dimensions of 16 8/10 centimeters by 33 6/10 centimeters. Example 3, one angle in a triangle is 25 degrees more than twice the smallest angle. Another angle is 5 degrees more than 3 times the smallest angle. Find the measure of all 3 angles. So again, we want to draw our triangle. It's kind of got different shapes here, but we'll just draw a triangle, not matching it to small, medium, or big. One of the angles is going to be equal to x. We'll call this one x. So that's going to be our smallest. So we'll let let's see. So let's just make our first angle equal to x. We'll do for our second angle here. For the second angle, it is 25 more than twice the smallest angle. So this one on top will be 25 plus 2 times x. So x must be our smallest there. And the third angle, 3 lines there, the third angle is 5 more than, so 5 plus 3 times the smallest angle, so 3x. So we have our 3 angles. We learned earlier, we were reminded earlier, that the 3 angles always add up to 180 degrees. So, so the sum's going to be 380. So we're going to say x plus the angle 25 plus 2x plus the angle 5 plus 3x is 180 degrees. So our 3 angles add up to 180. Simplify. We get x, that's 3x, 3 more x, that's 6 x's. Then 25 plus 5 is 30, and that's equal to 180. Subtract, so I get 6x is equal to 150. Divide by 6, and we come up with that x is equal to 25. So once we find x, we can find the other 2 angles. So the second one was going to be 25 plus 2 times x, and x is 25. So that comes out to be 50 plus 25 is 75. And the third angle is 5 plus 3 times x, which is 25. So I get 75 plus 5 is 80. So our angles will be 25 degrees, 75 degrees, and 80 degrees. Our next set of problems are word problems involving numbers. And our strategy would be just to define a variable and then translate it using symbols for our words. So for example, in this problem, example 4, says 2 less than 2/3 of a number is 40. So here we have this number that's being talked about right here. And we'll let x be equal to that number. So we'll let x be equal to our number. So our equation then, 2 less than, remember the 2 less than will go after the subtraction. So 2 less than 2/3 of a number, so let's multiply, so 2/3 of x, and then that is 40. Once we write our equation, we'll solve it. We'll add 2 over here and get that 2/3 x is equal to 42. We have a fraction. You could get rid of the fraction by multiplying by 3. You also have the option of multiplying both sides by 3/2 as well. So let's do it one at a time. So say I multiply both sides by a 3. So 3's cancel. I get 2x is equal to 126. And divide by 2, so x is equal to 63. So our number then is 63. Answer. Example 5, this time I have 2 integers, and they have a difference of 9. 5 times the smaller, so we'll talk about smaller smaller integer, is 7 more than 3 times the larger. Find the integers. So what we might do is we might have 2 things. We're going to have a smaller integer, and we also will have a larger integer. We'll let the smaller one be equal to x. And since the 2 integers have a difference of 9, that means that the second one, well, the larger one's got to be larger, so we're going to add 9 to it. So the larger one then would be x plus 9, so it's 9 bigger. Our next sentence is this equation. It says that we have 5 times the smaller that's equals 7 more than, so 7 plus 3 times the larger. So we can see our equation taking space there. So let's fill that in. So then that's going to be 5 times the smaller. The smaller one is x is equal to 7 plus 3 times the larger. And the larger is represented by x plus 9. So fill those in. Simplify. So we want to distribute first. So we have 5x is equal to 7 plus 3x plus 27. Let's subtract 3x from both sides and get 2x is equal to 7 plus 27, which is 34. Divide both sides by 2, so x is equal to 17. And x plus 9, which is the larger number, is going to be 17 plus 9, which is 26. So our 2 numbers then are 17 and 26. Example 6, a number is 60 greater than 3 times its opposite. So this time we have a number, and we're also using the word opposite. So we have a number and its opposite. So if we let the number be x, remember that its opposite is always the negative of it. So this is a negative of x. So we have a number, which is x, is equals 60 greater than, so 60 plus 3 times, so 3 times its opposite, and its opposite is negative x. So once we put that into an equation, we want to simplify it. So this would be 60, and then 3 times negative x is negative 3x. So x is equal to 60 minus 3x. Add 3x to both sides. 4x is 60. Divide by 4, so x is equal to 15. So that's our number.